Hi, everybody. This is Jerry Boutot. I am going to share a crazy story with you. It's kind of spooky, crazy, but yet serious story about how my Life and Death album came into existence. But before I start that, I want to let you know that I'm going to be going live with guitar performances of every single track from the Life and Death album. And then after I do those live performances, I'm going to do a live performance of the entire album from beginning to end. So you don't want to miss that. You might want to subscribe to my channel so you get updates. And, I would appreciate it if you do, because, that really helps small channels. Please like this video and share this video with your friends. The more people that show up to my live performances, the better. The algorithms will like me better and show my videos more. Anyway, so going live, be there, like, and subscribe. So now let's get into the genesis of the Life and Death album. It was 1984. I was a mainframe computer operator for a small company in Mahopac, New York. I worked the 6 p.m. to 2 a.m. shift by myself, and on one night, about 11:30 in the evening, one of the consultants came in to do some emergency programming work or something. I'm not sure what he was there for, but we were friends. And when he was done, he came out into the computer room and asked me if I wanted to go get high in the warehouse. And of course, I said yes. I'm not going to lie to you. In 1984, I was 25 years old. Born in 1959. I'm 66 now, and I still indulge once in a while. But back then, I was a wake and bake pothead, right? Get up in the morning, smoke a joint. I went to school that way. I was stoned all through computer school, and I graduated with a 4.0. And I still have the transcripts to prove it. Okay, I'm not joking. So that was my thing and was my lifestyle, and it was like no big deal when he asked me to go smoke weed. I was planning to go home anyway, right? I was done for the night. So we got high, and then we went and sat in the computer room and shot the shit for a while, and then he left, and I was getting ready to leave. When suddenly I was just struck with this incredible idea to write the lyrics for a whole album called Life and Death, and or about life and death. At the time, I hadn't titled the album yet, but it was lyrics for a concept album about life and death. And that would be 1984. This is the time when concept albums were very common. You have, Pink Floyd, The Wall. You got Tommy by The Who, Quadrophenia by The Who, Operation Mindcrime by Queensryche. Let's see what else. Schoolboys in Disgrace, a really great album by The Kinks. 2112 by Rush, my favorite band. And so I was in the concept album kind of, frame of mind, and I decided that I was going to just sit down and start writing. Didn't plan this, okay? I didn't think about it before. It just kind of came through me. It was like it was channeled through me. When I sat down and started writing, I literally sat down and wrote all the lyrics for 7 songs in one sitting that night in about 2 hours. I was possessed. It's the only way I could describe it. I sat down, and the first words that I typed were Cold, Cruel World, which is a song about conception and birth. 99% of the lyrics that I wrote that night are exactly the lyrics that you hear on the album now, okay? I only changed a couple of words here and there to make phrasing work with certain melodies or the timing of the music, but nothing substantial was changed. It's pretty much 99% the exact same album. It was like divinely gifted. And this is crazy because the album is a Western theology leaning album, okay? But I was a major atheist. I mean, I went to Catholic school. I, uh, I was like not having any of this BS by the time I was 13 years old. And I was an atheist. And I was an atheist my entire adult life until maybe about 2 years ago. But at that time, I had no business really writing this, but it just came through me and flowed through me. And these are the songs that I wrote. I wrote the first song called Cold, Cruel World, which is about conception and birth. It's a great opening song. It's, got a nice marching beat to it. And in fact, you can hear sex in the beginning if you listen really carefully. And the soldier, you could hear the boots marching in the beginning, which is a metaphor for sperm. And it's called Cold, Cruel World because of the cold slap of reality we all get when we're born. The second song is called Drifting Away. It's about infancy and separation from the mother. It's the separation that occurs after birth that just slowly you drift and drift and drift and drift away from the mother, which is your safety. It's the warmth. It's the security. But the world is now becoming the thing, right? And that's what drifting away is about, infancy. I Am Invincible is the third song. It is about childhood in a highly disciplinarian household. I drew a lot from my own experience as a child. My parents had 8 kids. They were kind of tyrannical, but I don't blame them because they had 5 jobs that they worked between the 2 of them, It was crazy how much my parents worked, and they had to maintain law and order, right? But when you're 10 or 11 years old and you get, smacked with a wooden spoon, which we did back then. That's why everybody wasn't criminals. I saw it, you saw it different, right? I'm going to get back at you someday, right? And that's what that song's about. Violence and Excitement is all about teenage years. It's about rebellion and discovering drugs. It's about partying and discovering sex. It's about nihilistically viewing life as a joke and the blatant hypocrisy of religion. The next song is called Time Flies. And that song is about waking up as an adult, closing in on middle age, feeling the weight of responsibility clawing into you, trapping you, and coming to terms with your own mortality and questioning if there really is a God. And why are you here? And realizing that there are only 2 roads in life. One that takes you upward and one that takes you downward. And the next song is called Where Did My Life Go? It's about looking in the mirror and seeing someone old for the first time after spending your entire life always pretending that you would never grow old. And wondering where the hell did the time go? What happened? Grasping for the past, clawing for the past, and trying to bring it back somehow, and realizing that you are not immortal at all. And then the final song of the album is called Hole in the Ground. This is a song about dying. It's a song about being released from this mortal world. It's about flying through the heavens and meeting God and being judged. And it ends with a warning that the choice of heaven or hell is completely on you. That everything you do in this life, you may have to answer for in the next. And you, whatever you believe, doesn't matter, because if that happens, you're going to have to answer for it. So that's the album Genesis. That's how it was written. I'm going to make videos about each and every song and talk about the lyrics and what they all mean. And those should be coming soon also. I'm also going to do videos about how to play the songs on the guitar. Anyway, this is Jerry Boutot, and please like and subscribe, and I will see you live.